My name is John. This is my partner, my dad, Mark. He's my father. How you doing, Dad?
That's why you called me Dad. I'm your father.
Yes, how you doing?
Okay. You're going to introduce the podcast?
Yes, I'm going to introduce the podcast. This show is pretty happy show. And plus, the podcast.
All right. Spreading Happiness Podcast with
Sean and Mark.
Okay, folks, so here's what we try to do. We have a mission to spread happiness, so we want to bring a little joy to you. We want to put a smile on your face. We're going to spend around 30 minutes, little banter.
Bantering.
Tell some stories, tell some jokes, talk about what's on John's mind. When John thinks hard, smoke comes out his ears.
I do.
We have some regular features in addition to John's weekly jokes. We also have a good news story.
A good news story. I really exciting.
And we always like to highlight a business that's owned by someone with different abilities. And we have a great business today with a good story. Okay, so we'll let people know. This got started. What's the business that we have?
John's Crazy Socks.
John's Crazy Socks. What's the mission?
Spreading happiness.
Right. So we got a business that spreads happiness. And now we got a podcast and a show that spreads happiness.
Yes, we do.
You're doing a lot of that, aren't you?
Yes.
And what do you say are the keys to happiness?
Gratitude and do for others.
Gratitude and do for others. More we do for others, the better off we
Anybody can be that.
That's very cool, buddy. So much of what we try to do is show what people with different abilities can do. And we start with you. It was your idea to start this business?
I did. This my idea, and I want to sell Crazy Socks.
Because we didn't tell people, among other things, like you're an entrepreneur.
I am.
You're a philanthropist.
Yep.
A public speaker.
I'm speaking now.
You're speaking now. You're an athlete and a dancer.
I am.
And you have Down syndrome.
I have Down syndrome. Never hold me back.
So that's John's line. So
yes.
Here's an extension of what John does and what we've been doing.
Right.
You're writing a book.
Yes, I'm writing a book. I'm writing also that.
Well, we'll just talk about the first book.
The first book, yep.
Go ahead. What's the first book?
First book about a Down syndrome treatment book. I just like other businesses, like different.
Well, what's the name of the book? Down syndrome never holds me back.
Down syndrome never holds me back.
And what type of book is it?
A giant book.
It's a picture book.
A picture book.
And you're writing it for elementary school students.
Yes.
But anybody, really families can. And you're going to talk about Down syndrome.
I do.
You talk about yourself and your life.
I talk myself.
And some of the things you do.
Yes.
You use a line that your friend David Egan uses alike. More alike than different.
Absolutely.
You play sports, you dance, you watch TV.
Yeah. And also
you go to the movies.
The movies, something like that. It's a lot of fun. And I write in the book, Kayla McCormick.
Oh, and then you show off. You talk also about other people.
Other people
with Down syndrome. So you talk about your friend Kayla. And David Egan. Who are advocates and they work in Washington.
Yeah.
Colette. Yes. Colette
DeVito.
Another entrepreneur and her business.
Her business, Colette Cookies.
You talk about actresses and actors like Jamie Brewer. Athletes.
Yes.
Just to show, look at what people can do.
Absolutely.
And in the end, it's more than just what people with Down syndrome can do. It's what all of us can do. Following your dreams.
Yes, follow your dreams, work hard, show you can do.
So, John, you've been working on this book for a while. You're working with the illustrator.
Yes.
It was an interesting process. First, you wrote the book,
Yes, it did.
and then you had to find an illustrator. And then the illustrator first did sketches. And you went through all the sketches and approved this and changed that. And now the illustrator is coloring everything in. And you're just about ready with the book. You excited?
I am so excited. I really, really want there. I'm really excited.
And then there's another book. See, we've been doing this show now for 4 years. And on every show, what do you tell?
Jokes.
Been telling
And this book, another book, we talk about is a Sean book of jokes. And I should tell you that of all the jokes I'm telling, my joke is bad. I'm just telling you.
But you've been telling jokes every week for 4 years.
I do.
So John's always got a brilliant idea.
I do have ideas, and I have a little pre-made.
So he had this idea. He says, Dad, I should put all those jokes in a book.
Yeah, I really want to put the joke in the book, and we could do something fun, something creative, and everybody can see.
So he's working on a giant joke book. And then we started talking to different people about getting your 2 books published.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited.
And we're talking to some publishing companies, and we looked at self-publishing, and there's this whole industry that has sprung up around self-publishing. People, they'll promote your book, they'll edit your book, they'll format your book, heck, they'll even write your book.
Right.
You know, the Forbes company, they'll charge you $150,000 and they'll write the book for you.
I think I'm so
That's
excited.
a lot of money, huh?
And Dad,
But
sorry.
we realized something. The more we
Yeah.
looked around, we realized there was no publishing company
Right.
that focused on people with differing abilities. That's a problem. But us, we see problems as opportunities.
Right.
So you know what we're doing? We're starting our own publishing company.
I'm really excited about that. I'm really cool. I'll be
Paumonok Harbor House.
House. Yeah,
That's
I'm
what
really
it's called.
excited.
We'll put a link down below to it. Paumonok Harbor House. And we're going to publish
right.
3 types of books.
Yeah.
One, and this is the main focus, are
Yes.
books by and about people with differing abilities. So your book will be the very first book we publish.
I'm really excited.
You cool about that? The second category will be books about businesses and business leaders who are making an impact beyond dollars and cents. That are doing what we're doing with John's Crazy Socks,
Absolutely.
where we have a social enterprise. And then the third category are just some fun books like your joke book.
Yeah, my book.
And we have word search books and things like that, just some fun, entertaining books. But the main focus is going to be books by and about people with different abilities. Paumonok Harbor House. I'm so glad we're working on this.
I'm really excited.
Just go and create opportunities, create a platform to give voice to people whose voices may not have been heard.
I'm so cool. I tell you really cool about that.
Yeah?
All the books are we running? You told me about it. I'll give you a conceptual library.
Yeah. Oh, John is very excited because his book is going to be in the Library of Congress. That's right.
Oh, that's exciting.
We are. So with John's book, we've been working with some special education teachers and some other teachers.
Yes,
Some of your teachers
I
have
check my teachers.
advised us to make sure the language was appropriate, to make sure that the lessons were good. We're developing a lesson plan to go with it so people can use it in schools. And once we publish it, you'll donate copies to the local libraries. And
Yes.
you'll read it in schools. There's going to be an audio version where you can hear John reading the book.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really cool.
So that's pretty neat. So that's a lot of fun, and we'll let you know more about this. The whole idea is let's make sure people are being heard.
Absolutely.
Let's make sure people with different abilities are being heard.
Absolutely. And my dad's saying that, and I'm saying that too. And I want my voice to be heard, and I want my voice to be heard. Everyone can able. I can do too.
You can show what you can do. Very neat.
Take
All right.
that.
So other things. We're hitting the road again.
Hey, roll again. Back at second. No more.
What are you singing? It sounded like you're mixing Willie Nelson, Ray Charles, and I don't know what else.
You can hit roll.
Right. Hit the road, Jack.
I
Don't you
know,
come back no more. Hit the road, Jack. Poor Ray Charles is rolling over in his grave. We are going to Wisconsin, the Badger
Wisconsin.
State.
Yeah, I'm really cool.
Yeah?
As I have Wisconsin, cheese.
Yes, John likes cheese. The first time you visited Wisconsin, he was eating a local dish, the cheese curds. You thought you were in heaven.
Yeah, I'm in heaven with cheese.
So we're going to a place called Ripon College.
Ripon College.
There's been a professor there who's been teaching about our business in his business class.
Yes.
And we've spoken with him before, spoken with his class, but now we're going out to actually meet with them.
I'm really excited.
So this will be great fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I really quick that.
Yes?
That night, they have a soccer.
So we're going to speak with the class, and then we're having lunch with some students and I think other teachers and even some administrators. And that night, there's a sock hop.
Sock hop. I'm ready for that sock hop.
John is on the hunt for some co-eds, maybe. No.
Yeah.
So this is not the first time I've been to Ripon College.
Wow, that can be exciting, Dad. I'm really excited for the Ripon.
Many years ago.
How many years ago?
Many years ago.
Wow.
The summer before my senior year of college.
At Holy Cross?
At Holy Cross. Just before school started, I said to my buddy Paul Niles.
Paul Niles. Yeah, they're a good friend.
I said, let's go on a trip. And you know what we did? We hitchhiked to Colorado. We left Worcester, Mass. and hitchhiked to Colorado and went camping up in Rocky Mountain National Park.
Wow.
That was a crazy adventure, let me tell you.
That could be the fun.
A lot of good stories.
Oh yeah, it's good.
We
it's
were
really fun.
totally unprepared. Lucky we didn't kill ourselves out there.
True.
At one point, we were hiking in the backcountry. We didn't have a permit, and we were thoroughly unprepared. We didn't even have a tent.
Oh, jeez.
You know what we were carrying for food? A truck driver driving a tractor truckload of Chef Boyardee.
Oh,
gave
wow,
us
that's
cans
wild.
of Chef Boyardee. We're carrying cans of spaghetti up the mountain.
Wow.
And we're near the top of this mountain. And we lay out our sleeping bags.
Oh, I love this one.
And it starts getting cold. Even though it's late August, it's getting cold. And then we're looking up and we can see clouds rolling in. The next thing you know, it's raining and hailing on us. It's cold. We're shivering. And I'm complaining because my sleeping bag is all wet and I can't even get the zipper up. That's when I look over at Paul, and you know what? He didn't even have a sleeping bag. He brought a comforter.
Oh, I really find that.
And I'm trying to convince him get in my sleeping bag.
Oh my God!
We gotta keep each other warm. And he's pushing me away. He said, I'd rather die than get in your sleeping bag. It was very funny. We survived. We made it back down the mountain, and we went and stayed at a youth hostel in Estes Park, the town at the foot of Rocky Mountain National Park. Then we had to go home. So we hitchhiked north up to Route 80. And we get up there, we're in Cheyenne. And we get dropped off, and we look, and you can see there's like a dozen people been hitchhiking for, it looked like they'd been there forever. Like, oh, what should we do? It looks like we're gonna get stuck here. And we're thinking maybe we'll hitchhike back south down to Denver on Route 70. And we're looking across the way, we can see these freight yards. And we're thinking maybe we'll make like Woody Guthrie and hop on a freight car. And as we're walking down the ramp, a car comes by and we throw our thumb out. This is 1979. And this is an old Chevy Impala that's bumbling down the road. And it pulls over and picks us up. And it had Wyoming plates on it. We're thinking, well, maybe he'll take us one exit, we'll get in advance. And we get in this car. We say, where are you going? And we say, well, we're trying to get east. We want to get back to Massachusetts. He says, oh, you're in luck. You know where he was going?
Where are you going?
New York.
Oh my God!
We get in his car, we're driving to New York. And now this was an interesting guy. He told us his name was Barney. And Barney had been out working on a farm bucking hay. And we're trading stories back and forth. And Barney started showing us this notebook. He said, I want you to see my notebook. And in the notebook, there were press clippings. And I'm seeing articles about Barney. But his name wasn't Barney. His name was Stephen Rockefeller, from the Rockefeller family, like one of the richest families in America. Wow. And his father was the ex-governor of New York, Nelson Rockefeller, who became vice president. We were riding with royalty.
Wow!
But anyway, this is coming back to Ripon College. He drives us, and we go to Chicago. We said, we're going to get out of here because Paul wanted to go visit his friend, Pat Penders, way up at Ripon College.
Wow.
So we now hitchhike all the way up there, and you'll see, it's like 2 hours north of Milwaukee. It's in the middle of farmland, and they would say in those days it was either the college or the cannery. It was a Jolly Green Giant cannery in town.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
And we went up there, and we saw his friend, Pat, and we're having a fine time. But then, you know what we started telling people?
What happened?
We started telling people that Paul and I were there on assignment from Playboy magazine. And we were rating the party scene at colleges. And I was the reporter and Paul was the photographer. And we wanted them to show us the biggest parties on campus. We had a blast.
That's so cool.
We're not going to do that this time. If I remember correctly, everybody liked to eat these hot dogs. I think they called them Greekers. Have to look that up. See if you get a Greeker.
Okay, I get that.
You like hot dogs.
I do.
And there's something else that's famous from Ripon, Wisconsin.
What's that?
That's where the Republican Party was founded.
Really?
And you know who the first Republican candidate was for president?
Who with that?
Abraham Lincoln.
Wow.
That was a long time ago. That was long, you know, your mother remembers those days. She was a classmate of Abe Lincoln.
Yeah, you're saying you make Mom old?
Would I say that? Would I say that?
I seem like it to me.
I think it's going to get me in trouble if you say that. Don't be saying that. So we have other things. We're in the throes of our fantasy football season.
Oh yeah.
And you have it started as a group of friends of mine from that I grew up with. We went to high school together. It's the Over the Hill Football League, just a way for us to stay in contact.
Yes.
But then we added some people. We added some sons, offspring. So my eldest, Patrick, has a team. And who's his co-owner?
Me?
You.
Me.
John and Patrick. And then Carol won it in. She's a tough cookie, the only woman owning a team in the league. She's a tough woman.
Oh, yes, she is.
And this week, your team played your mother's team.
Oh, yeah, we did.
How'd you make out?
Oh, the best.
Who won?
The Crow Bros.
The Crow Bros. Oh, that's the name of your team. The Crow Bros.
Oh, yeah.
And what'd you tell your mom?
I told Mom.
Did it have anything to do with the word butt?
Nope.
You never said, Mom, we kicked your butt?
Oh,
I believe you did.
Yeah, probably I did.
I believe you did. I believe you're big on the trash talking.
I do. But
What?
I think Mom not here.
Yeah.
Patrick and I really kicked my butt.
And so, what are we? We're in the Yahoo Fantasy. They operate the league for us, and they send out a recap.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
got a
they
recap of how you did. And they said your team got an A+. What'd they say your mom's team got?
D+.
A D+. And you immediately sent that to your mother.
I did.
She was feeling a little feisty. She didn't like that, did she?
No.
She was trying to pull mom rank on you. And you're there trash talking with your own mother over football.
I do.
You're a funny boy, John Lee. All righty. So, you want to do some of our regular content here?
Yes.
All right. Let's go to the good news story of the week. I know you love this story.
I love good news.
What's it about?
This is about. Let me look.
Let's get the headline up here, right? It's
Actress Bethany, actor.
Bethany Asher is a British actress who happens to have Down syndrome, but she's landed a recurring role in the BBC series Sherwood. It's a drama detective type show. Maybe we'll watch it. It's setting in Nottinghamshire. It's a crime drama.
Oh, crime drama. Oh,
yep.
Ooh.
And she plays a key role, which is very cool. Here's what she said. People don't really expect too much of me because I have Down syndrome. But James Graham, the director, trusted me with a brilliant storyline. I've always been told people like me won't make it far, but good enough, and be put in a tiny little box. But she showed what she could do and broke out of that tiny box, just like you.
Absolutely,
You
Dad.
show what you can do as an entrepreneur. You were named Entrepreneur of the Year.
Yes.
So this is very cool.
That's amazing.
Big shout out to Bethany Asher.
Bethany Asher.
Showing what people with Down syndrome, showing what people with different abilities can do. We'll have to check out Sherwood. We haven't watched that. Your mom is big on watching the British crime dramas.
Oh, yeah, she
watches on
is.
BritBox. You got to turn the subtitles on because we can't always, even though they're speaking English, we don't always understand what they're saying. But she loves watching those British shows.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Oh, when the first time your mom watched British?
Oh, I don't know, a bunch of years ago. We watched them. So maybe we'll watch Sherwood, and then we can see Bethany Asher in it. So congratulations, Bethany. That is really, really wonderful. Okay. Now, the next thing we'll talk about is our business of the week.
Victories.
And I love this business. It's a business out of Michigan. It is called Expedition Soaps. And it was started by a man named Spencer Kelly when he was still young and in school. Now, Spencer happens to have Asperger's syndrome, which is on the autism spectrum disorder.
Okay.
So here's what happened. His father, this happened, a bunch of years ago. He had gone to the store with some friends.
Right.
And somebody stole his bicycle.
Oh.
And his father lent him the money to get a new bicycle. But he wanted to pay his father back. So he kept thinking, what could I do? And he decided to, maybe I could open a business. And he was reading a lot about business books. And then one day he's in the shower and he's using the soap and he's like, this is lousy soap. I can make a better soap. And that's what he did. And he opened Expedition Soaps. And they sell soaps online, expeditionsoaps.com. We put the link down below. They have handcrafted products made with love and care,
Yep.
with real ingredients and real moisturizing. And so they opened in 2016. Does that sound familiar? When did we open?
Are we able to dip in night to the
Same year. They opened in 2016.
Oh, what month has it opened?
I'm not sure what month they opened. And he's been working with his brother.
Wow.
So Spencer started the business. His younger brother, Grant, has come in and joined the business. And now they've grown the business. They added different types of soaps and creams and lotions to keep growing the business.
That is interesting.
And Spencer, you know what Spencer decided to do?
What did they do?
He decided he wanted to leave
Oh,
and go travel around Europe.
that is interesting.
So he sold his brother the business. So Spencer was the founder, and now his brother Kelly is running the business. But it's called Expedition Soaps, founded by Spencer Kelly, another example of a person with the differing abilities saying, this will not hold me back. Very cool.
Wow.
You like that story?
That's
You want to get some soap?
Yeah, I want like a nice fresh soap.
Nice fresh soap. Okay. Now we come to the part of the show. Oh my God. Can't believe we keep doing this.
I know.
It is time for John's jokes. Do you have your jokes?
Yeah, you do, Father.
Do you have a theme this week?
A no theme.
No theme, just funny jokes.
Funny jokes.
Okay, let's hear.
Why was the broom late for school?
Why was the broom late for school?
It overswept.
It overswept. Oh boy. Next up?
Next one. Oh, by the way,
Yes.
related to the
soaps?
band news.
Okay, let's hear it.
By the soap. What do pigs use in the shower?
What do pigs use in the shower?
Hot wash.
Hog wash. Okay, give me another.
Tonight we have for dinner we had turkey burger.
Yeah, we're having a turkey burger.
So doesn't relate to that. What did the hamburgers name their new baby?
What did the hamburgers name the new baby?
Patty.
Patty. Keep going.
Okay.
Cracking me right up.
I did one about haircuts.
Okay.
Why do barbers make good travelers?
Why do barbers make good drivers?
They know a lot of shortcuts.
Oh. Okay, I kind of have a barber story for you.
Go ahead.
I was in a barber shop, and a man and a father and a young boy walked in to get a haircut. And a man asked the barber, he said, give the boy a haircut while I go out and shop for groceries. So the barber says, all right. And father, the man leaves, and the boy sits in the chair, and the barber gives him a haircut. And then the boy goes back and sits down, and they wait, and an hour passes. And the guy hasn't come back. And another hour passes, and the guy hasn't come back. And finally, the barber says to the kid, where's your father? The kid says, I don't know where my father was. That guy wasn't my father. He just told me if I wanted a free haircut to join him in the barber shop. Oh. All right, so a food critic goes to a new restaurant. And the owner recognizes him, welcomes him, and shows him to his table. And they present him plenty of food. He's tasting the food. And after a while, the food critic says to the owner, come here. There's something missing in my bowl of soup. And the owner was like, well, wait a second. We made that perfectly. I tasted that soup. Is it too spicy or too sweet or too salty? What's the matter? Well, Critter looks and says, no, it's none of those. The owner says, well, let me taste the soup. And he reaches and said, well, wait a second. I can't find a spoon. The critic said, yeah, that's what's missing. I think that went on too long. A gorilla walks into a bar, slams his paw down and says, I want a banana martini. The bartender thinks it's a little odd, a gorilla ordering a drink, but he serves him the banana martini. The gorilla drinks it up and leaves. He comes back the next day. I want a banana martini. The bartender says, okay, serves him the drink. Gorilla leaves. Comes back the next day. He orders the same thing. And then the bartender says to him, he says, you know, we don't get many gorillas in here. And the gorilla says, well, of course not. You charge $15 a drink. Who's coming in to drink here? You find that funny?
Yeah, I did that.
Why did the bee get married? Because he found his honey. You know, I don't know if I ever told you about the job I had at the bank. And, you know, on the first day, I'm working at the bank, and a woman comes up to me and she says, I need to, can you check my balance? So I pushed her over and I said, you got lousy balance. I didn't last long on that job. All right, folks. We hope you put a smile on your face.
Yes.
Do you think you put a smile on their face?
Yeah, they do.
Well, we thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed the banter. We'll try to do better next time. We're always trying to get better.
Yes, we do.
If you like the show, what do you want to get, John?
5-star review.
We'd like it if you go and give us one of those reviews. It makes John so happy.
Absolutely.
You can subscribe.
Subscribe.
Then you'll get a reminder. It'll show up.
Reminders.
And tell other people. If you like it, tell other people. If you didn't like it, tell us. We'll try to make it better. And if you want to find out more about us, where can they go?
JohnsCrazySocks.com.
JohnsCrazySocks.com. Come and get some socks.
Socks.
And here, when you get our socks, listen, you're going to get great socks, right?
Yeah.
How many socks do we have?
4,000 different kinds of socks.
Because John owns the world's largest sock store.
That's right.
More choice than anybody else.
Absolutely.
We got over 33,000 five-star reviews. You're going to get socks that will make you happy. And better than that, when you buy our socks, you make it possible for us to employ people with different abilities. More than half our colleagues have a different ability. And you support our Giving Back program. My partner here has donated over $750,000 to our charity partners
like Special Olympics, Now That Autism Society,
and the Autism Society of America. But most of all, you're going to help us
change the world.
Help us spread some happiness. So check us out, johnscrazysocks.com, and we're on all the social media platforms. Just look for John's Crazy Socks. You can see my partner here dancing on TikTok.
Yeah.
All right, folks, thank you very much. We will
Thank
see
you.
you next week. Same bat channel, same bat time.
Time.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Crazy.